The New Sirens. A Palinode by Matthew Arnold. In the cedar shadow sleeping, where cool grass and fragrant glooms oft at noon have lurĺd me, creeping from your darkened palace rooms, I, who in your train at morning strolled and sang with joyful mind, heard, at evening, sounds of warning, heard the hoarse boughs labor in the wind. Who are they, oh, pensive graces, for I dreamĺd they wore your forms, who on shores and sea-washĺd places scoop the shelves and fret the storms, who, when ships are that way tending, troop across the flushing sands. To all reefs and narrows wending, with blown tresses, and with beckoning hands, yet I see, the howling levels of the deep are not your lair, and your tragic-vaunted revels are less lonely than they were. In a Tyrian galley steering from the golden springs of dawn, troops, like eastern kings, appearing, stream all day through your enchanted lawn. And we too, from upland valleys, where some muse, with half-curved frown, leans her ear to your mad sallies which the charmèd winds never drown. By faint music guided, ranging the scarled glens, we wanderled on, left our awful laurels hanging, and came heaped with myrtles to your throne. From the dragon-wardled fountains where the springs of knowledge are, from the watchers on the mountains, and the bright and morning star, we are exiles, we are falling, we have lost them at your call. O ye false ones, at your calling seeking sea-washĺd chambers and a palace hall. Are the accents of your luring more melodious than of yore? Are those frail forms more enduring than the charms Ulysses bore? That we sought you with rejoicings till at evening we descry at a pause of siren voicings these vexed branches in this howling sky? Oh, your pardon. The uncouthness of that primal age is gone, and the skin of dazzling smoothness screens not now a heart of stone. Love has flushed those cruel faces, and your slackened arms forego the delight of fierce embraces, and those whitening bone mounds do not grow. Welcome, you say, elf large appearance of Manel's labor is but vain, and we plead as firm adherence due to pleasure as to pain. Pointing to some world-worn creatures, Elcome, you murmur with a sigh. Law, we own diviner features. Loftier bearing, and a prouder eye. Elcome, you say, elf hours are dreary. Life is long, and will not fade. Time is lame, and we grow weary in this slumberous cedar shade. Round our hearts, with long caresses, with low sighs hath silence stole, and her load of steaming tresses weighs, like Ossa, on the airy soul. Elcome, you say, elf soul is fainting till she search, and learn her own, and the wisdom of Manel's painting leaves her riddle half unknown. Come, you say, elf brain is seeking, when the princely heart is dead, yet this gleaned, when gods were speaking, rarer secrets than the toiling head. Elcome, you say, l'opinion trembles, judgment shifts, convictions go, life dries up, the heart dissembles, only, what we feel, we know. Hath your wisdom known emotions? Will it weep our burning tears? Hath it drunk of our love potions, crowning moments with the weight of years? I am dumb. Alas! Too soon, all Manel's grave reasons disappear. Yet, I think, at Gödel's tribunal some large answer you shall hear. But for me, my thoughts are straying where at sunrise, through the vines, on these lawns I saw you playing, hanging garlands on the odorous pines. When your showering locks enwound you, and your heavenly eyes shone through. When the pine boughs yielded round you, and your brows were starled with dew, and immortal forms to meet you down the statued alleys came, and threw golden horns, to greet you. Blew such music as a god may frame. Yes, I muse, and if the dawning into daylight never grew, if the glistering wings of morning on the dry noon shook their dew, if the fits of joy were longer or the day were sooner done, or, perhaps, if hope were stronger, no weak nursling of an earthly sun. Pluck, pluck cypress, O pale maidens, dusk the hall with you. But a bound was set to meetings, and the somber day draggled on, and the burst of joyful greetings, and the joyful dawn, were gone. For the eye was filled with gazing, and on raptures follow calms, and those warm locks men were praising drupeled, unbraided, on your listless arms. Storms unsmoothed your folded valleys, and made all your cedars frown. Leaves are whirling in the alleys which your lovers wandered down. Sitting cheerless in your bowers, the hands propping the sunk head, do they gall you, the long hours? And the hungry thought, that must be fed? Is the pleasure that is tasted patient of a long review? Will the fire joy hath wasted, muscled on, warm the heart anew? Or, are those old thoughts returning, guests the dull sense never knew, stars, set deep, yet inly burning, germs, your untrimmed passion overgrew? Once, like me, you took your station watchers for a purer fire, but you drupeled in expectation, and you wearied in desire. When the first rose flush was steeping all the frore peakles, awful crown, shepherds say, they found you sleeping in a windless valley, further down. Then you wept, and slowly raising your dozled eyelids, sought again, half in doubt, they say, and gazing sadly back, the seats of men. Snatchelode an earthly inspiration from some transient human sun, and proclaimed your vain ovation for the mimic raptures you had won. Pluck, pluck cypress, O pale maidens, dusk the hall with you. with a sad, majestic motion, with a stately, slow surprise from their earthward bound devotion lifting up your languid eyes, would you freeze my louder boldness dumbly smiling as you go? One faint frown of distant coldness flitting fast across each marble brow? Do I brighten at your sorrow, O sweet pleaders? Doth my lot find assurance in tomorrow of one joy, which you have not? O speak once. And let my sadness, and this sobbing Phrygian strain, shammelled and baffled by your gladness, blame the music of your feasts in vain. Scent, and song, and light, and flowers gust on gust, the hoarse winds blow. Come, bind up those ringlet showers. Roses for that dreaming brow. Come, once more that ancient lightness, glancing feet, and eager eyes. Let your broad lamps flash the brightness which the sorrow-stricken day denies. Through black depths of serried shadows, up cold aisles of buried glade. In the mist of river meadows where the looming kine are laid, from your dazzled windows streaming, from the humming festal room, deep and far, a broken gleaming reels and shivers on the ruffled gloom. Where I stand, the grass is glowing. Doubtless, you are passing fair. But I hear the north wind blowing, and I feel the cold night air. Can I look on your sweet faces, and your proud heads backward thrown, from this dusk of leaf-strewn places with the dumb woods and the night alone? But, indeed, this flux of guesses mad delight, and frozen calms mirth today and vine-bound tresses, and tomorrow, folded palms, is this all? This balanced measure? Could life run no easier way, happy at the noon of pleasure, passive, at the midnight of dismay? But, indeed, this proud possession, this far-reaching magic chain, linking in a mad succession fits of joy and fits of pain, have you seen it at the closing? Have you trackled its clouded ways? Can your eyes, while fools are dozing, drop, with mine, down Liefeld's latter days? When a dreary light is wading through this waste of sunless greens, when the flashing lights are fading on the peerless cheek of queens, when the mean shall no more sorrow and the proudest no more smile, while the dawning of the morrow widens slowly westward all that while? Then, when change itself is over, when the slow tide sets one way, shall you find the radiant lover, even by moments, of today? The eye wanders, faith is failing. Oh, loose hands, and let it be. Proudly, like a king bewailing. Oh, let fall one tear, and set us free. All true speech and large avowal which the jealous soul concedes, all Manel's heart, which brooks bestowal, all frank faith, which passion breeds, these we had, and we gave truly, doubt not, what we had, we gave. False we were not, nor unruly. Lodgers in the forest and the cave. Long we wandered with you, feeding our sad souls on your replies, in a wistful silence reading all the meaning of your eyes, by moss-bordered statues. Sitting, by well heads, in summer days. But we turn, our eyes are flitting. See, the white east, and the morning rays. And you too, O weeping graces, sylvan gods of this fair shade. Is there doubt on divine faces? Are the happy gods dismayed? Can men worship the wan features, the sunk eyes, the wailing tone, of unspherical discrowned creatures, souls as little godlike as their own? Come, loose hands. The winged fleetness of immortal feet is gone, and your scents have shed their sweetness, and your flowers are overblown. And your jeweled gods surrender half their glories to the day. Freely did they flash their splendor, freely gave it, but it dies away. In the pines the thrush is waking low, yon Orient hill in flames. Scores of true love knots are breaking at divorce which it proclaims. When the lamps are palled at morning, heart quits heart, and hand quits hand. Cold it, that unlovely dawning, loveless, rayless, joyless you shall stand. Strew no more red roses, maidens, leave the lilies in their dew. Pluck, pluck cypress, O pale maidens. Dusk, O dusk the hall with you. Shall I seek, that I may scorn her, her I loved at eventide? Shall I ask, what faded mourner stands, at daybreak, weeping by my side? Pluck, pluck cypress, O pale maidens. Dusk the hall with you.